Tchouaméni has chosen to sign for Real Madrid and sign a 5-year contract for 80 million euros plus bonuses. This news was broke today, leaving a number of Liverpool and Chelsea fans frustrated because there was genuine hope and genuine possibility that he could join one of their clubs. There's no doubt about it. Both clubs were in for him. Both clubs had conversations with him, and both clubs wanted to bring him to the Premier League. The truth of the matter is, though, that game time and the future of Chelsea has played a massive part. At the same time, Kylian Mbappe is absolutely instrumental in Real Madrid getting Tchouaméni. The domino effects of the transfer market is a thing of beauty, and it's why I love it so much, because you can have the most prominent journalists, the best interpreters of the market in the world saying A, B, or C is going to happen. But one change of direction, one shock moment, and suddenly out of nowhere, the transfer window could be thrown into chaos. We're going to delve into why Tchouaméni chose to turn down Chelsea and turn down Liverpool, and why he's on his way, according to the reports, to the Bernabeu. Hit the like and the share button. Let's do this. Fabrizio Romano here shares these words that Tchouaméni has already communicated to his teammates the intention to join Real Madrid. As per Julien Maynard, he dreams of Real Madrid. The price will be way more than 50 million euros, still to be negotiated, the final price. Real Madrid plans have changed after Mbappe's refusal. Now, when you read that, you think, okay, it's pretty much clear cut. He always dreamed of Real Madrid. Real Madrid have changed what they want because Mbappe's not going to be there. It's freeing up tens of millions of pounds. That's the full story. That's the full packet. Let's all go and laugh at Liverpool. Let's all go and laugh at Chelsea. Ha ha, you missed out on your man. Well, it's interesting. I've had a conversation this afternoon in early evening with a number of people in relation to what it is that went wrong. Now, firstly, Tchouaméni was interested a year ago joining Chelsea. The reason that he didn't join Chelsea a year ago, a lot of Chelsea fans have got this notion that it's because the club kind of said no and thought that Sal Niguez was better. It wasn't that at all. The reason that Chelsea Football Club were in a position for it not to go through is because they couldn't guarantee Tchouaméni first team football. Now, a year's a long time in the game, and you can see a player rise to prominence. They can go from level A, level B to level A. They can go from being very good to being top class to being world class in no time at all. There has been a drop-off from N'Golo Kante. There has been a drop-off from J5. Kovacic has still been very good, and fans are happy with him. You had 3 midfield players. And also, by the way, a lot of Chelsea fans, let's not rewrite history. A year ago, Billy Gilmour was going to go away and come back. You had him for the future. There's a lot of Chelsea fans and Chelsea Football Club that also were eyeing up Declan Rice. Tchouaméni's decision, essentially, for not joining Chelsea and not pushing harder for that deal was all because he wasn't guaranteed first-team game time. The reason that Chelsea have not been able to push harder now is because they can't do anything official. And Real Madrid have come in. They still can't do anything official right now. The Jules Koundé deal looks like it's going to be a done deal over the line because he really wants to be a Chelsea player. That looks set in stone. This was a little different. You then move along to Liverpool. Why wouldn't he pick Liverpool? They're better than Real Madrid right now. They'll probably beat Real Madrid in the Champions League final this Saturday. But he's not guaranteed first-team football. He's reasoning for siding more with... Listen, he's going to say, I dreamed of Real Madrid. It's been my dream. I always wanted to be here. It's a famous club. Oh, my God, I'm so happy. You're going to hear all these words. I only kind of believe 10% of that now. I'll get into a point where I hear every player say the same thing about every club they join. It's like... You ever done like a cover letter for a job? and just go on a website and you find a really good cover letter and you just change a few words. It's like a copy and paste job, and you just change the name of the job title and the company you're applying for, and it makes it sound like you've done a lot of work. It's kind of like the press releases. But he's not getting in the team over Fabinho. You've got Thiago that looks majestic and his legs are not running out, as an example. Naby Keita starting to come to prominence. You've got a couple of other young midfielders in Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones who are fan favourites, who are highly touted, who are highly regarded by Jurgen Klopp. And of course, Jordan Henderson is still there. The guarantee of first-team football isn't there. What is that hasn't come out yet and will transpire very, very soon, I'm told, is that Real Madrid have offered him a first-team berth. And whether or not that comes to fruition or not is another matter. They've offered him a lot of money. They've offered him a first-team berth. I mean, Camavinga has been brilliant coming off the bench in the Champions League. He could play a pivotal part on Saturday. But that's the real driver here. First-team football. Maybe there is a loose dream and a loose connection, but it's the first-team football and the money. They are the two reasons that he's not a Chelsea or Liverpool player. It wasn't about Liverpool not being attractive. It wasn't about Chelsea not being attractive. Circumstance and timing. Circumstance and timing is what has impacted this situation. The third element is all part and parcel. I've already kind of briefly mentioned it. Real Madrid. They've got a bit of egg on their face. They didn't try to sign Erling Haaland at all, it transpires. Almost no attempt. Almost zero. No attempt at all. They were absolutely adamant in Madrid that Kylian Mbappe was signing. How do we know this? He agreed the deal. He told them he was coming. I will be playing in the famous white kit next year. Get the bunting out. Done deal. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Then he changed his mind. That's kind of a theme at Paris Saint-Germain at the minute because they told, and listen, this is what I love about sources. L'Equipe, the media outlet. This show, it's a little bit of a dig at football fans here. I'm very sorry, but I've got to do it. L'Equipe, who reported in February and then again in April that PSG had already sacked Poch. He had a stay of execution, but they'd essentially sacked him, and he would be gone at the end of the season, irrespective of their, irrespective of what he achieved. But the same source have reported that there's now been a big U-turn, i.e., back to the Kylian Mbappe U-turn. I had people link me in that, going, you were wrong, brother. It's the same source. The same source you're saying I was wrong for quoting, and the same source you're quoting back at me. It's a bit like RMC. I had Arsenal fans yesterday telling me that RMC is not a credible outlet at all. Don't trust them. They don't know what they're talking about. Now, yesterday when there was talk of Marseille trying to buy William Saliba or William Saliba stating that he wanted to stay. No credible source, no credible source. I see the same Arsenal fans using the same outlet to banter Liverpool and Chelsea fans going, see, he rejected you. It's mad how 1 minute an outlet is crap when it puts out a story we don't like, and the next minute they are more credible, more trustworthy than the Pope the next. But aside from that, PSG are changing their mind about things. PSG are doing some U-turns, and and Kylian Mbappe has done the same thing. But that has now thrown a cat amongst the pigeons. There's a butterfly effect at play here. The transfer window is not going to look the same. Just like in Back to the Future, you change one thing in the past, it can change everything in the future. Now, I don't know, after watching Marvel's Endgame, the Avengers Endgame, whether that's actually how time travel works. They spoke about some mad shit. But I'm not Albert Einstein or Brian Cox. It doesn't matter if I know about time travel. The butterfly effect is real. Real Madrid missing out on Mbappe and PSG staying changes everything. PSG are now going to go even bigger and harder into this market to impress Kylian Mbappe. You've got Real Madrid that missed out on a star player are going to start going after additional targets because they've got all this additional money. Both are powerhouses in Europe that can't be denied. This could impact the Frankie de Jong deal. This could impact anyone that's looking at Darwin Núñez as examples. I'm just throwing these two names out there. Teams have got to act quick because what's happened with Tchouaméni, and Liverpool probably thought we've got all the time in the world. Real Madrid aren't really looking at him. Chelsea are kind of out of the way at the moment. Let's wine and dine and take our time and show them we're the right place. And bang, gone. This isn't an embarrassment for Liverpool or Chelsea. It's just circumstance. But I think we're at the beginning now, and this is just one of the things. We're at the beginning of an absolutely colossal transfer window. I lost my train of thought there. I don't even know why. But an absolutely colossal transfer window. And I want your thoughts and I want your feelings. Interestingly, on top of this story has emerged today as well from Graham Bailey that West Ham will almost certainly accept a bid of 120 million for Declan Rice. Chelsea and Man United are interested. Well, as it stands right now, we, of course, had the brilliant Ben Jacob on the Football Terrace earlier on, who said that Man United are kind of out of this right now. They're not looking to spend that much on one individual player. But Chelsea were looking to spend 70 to 80 million on Tchouaméni. They've missed out on him. Could the butterfly effect take hold now? Could they bid maybe not quite 120? Are West Ham setting the price really high to get maybe an extra 20 million out of a team? Because I think he's probably worth about 80 million-ish, Declan Rice. No one's paying 120, but maybe there'll be a 100 million with a bit of with bonuses included that they'll accept. Could that be Chelsea's next move? I want your thoughts. I want your feelings. Smash that like and that share button for me. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. See you soon.